Just some more Chinese things. Shenzhen things anyway. Little robot street sweeper. Goddamn robots coming over here. Putting eyes out of a job. So, just across the road from that old city wall, temple, pagoda, ancient village place. As I said, China likes to make replicas. Well, here is a quote-unquote European place. Not right here, but in a couple secs you'll see. There you go. Hey, perfectly. There's someone doing their wedding photos. Wait, how'd you zoom? Goddamn phone can't zoom. So yeah, are we in Vienna? Zoom out again. Nah, we're not in Vienna. But if you can't afford to go to Vienna, you could come here in Shenzhen, Bao'an, northwest Shenzhen. Do you want some neoclassical columns in your life? You can't afford a 12-hour flight and a visa? Well, China builds fake Europe for you all over the shop. Whoa, this is quite big actually. It reminds me of one in Harbin up northeast China, but this is way longer. So this is why I like Shenzhen, basically, because no one's ever been here. No one meaning proper people, you know, white humans. You know what I'm saying? Not Asian people. I mean proper humans, like myself. No one's ever been here. Everyone knows the fancy, shiny areas, which are my favorite, by the way. But I like this part of Shenzhen. Whoa, bro, it goes all the way around. Oh, man, it just started raining. That was inevitable, but yeah, you get chicks filming. These chicks are karaokeing for probably 10 pence a week. Every little helps. And yeah, this, what do you call it? Columned circular balustrade. I don't know what you call it, but anyway, this fake Europe. Yeah, the skyscrapers aren't really fooling any real European, but if you're Chinese, you'll come here, like you saw, you'll take your wedding pictures. Oh, they've even got astrological signs on the ceiling. And yeah, I like Shenzhen because there's literally dozens of unexplored, basically unknown places like this, where no Lao Wai has ever ventured. Except me, but I'm venturing. I'm venturing. So, is there anything else noteworthy? Not really, but it's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, if you actually know Europe, then you'll say this is gimmicky and cringy. Let's see, how real is this? It feels like real stone, not plastic. Well done, lads. It's probably not actual granite from some alpine mountain. Like I've said before, Chinese girls love dressing up for pictures. But yeah, it is gimmicky. It is a bit weird. It is a bit incongruous being in a Chinese megacity, but you're looking at fake Greece. I don't know if this is meant to be Athens or Rome. I suppose Athenian. Alright, if you want to learn some English, the Chinese can come here to learn vital words like crater and also the oft-said microscope stand. And to be honest, the most common phrase in English, as you will all know, is carved block. So it's not merely an architectural experience, but a holistic educational one too. Alright, is there anything else worthy to say here, or shall I get out of the rain? Not much worthy to say. I'll pan around, get a few shots. Yeah, so this is Chinese life. Kids making noise everywhere. You would probably assume Chinese kids are very quiet, orderly, organized, and disciplined. Nah. They are not. Certainly not outside, anyway. I think parents let them do whatever they want because school is so harsh. They are definitely disciplined Monday to Friday in the government schools. So on the weekends, parents, from the ones I've spoken to, they basically have the attitude of, you know what, let the kids do what they want. They can be little emperors, because obviously most of them are single child families, so they get spoiled a lot. But I understand the parents doing that, because Monday to Friday, it's just study, and they're doing homework until like 2 a.m. That is not an exaggeration, by the way. Alright, so when this chick gets out of the way, I'll take a couple pics. This eye is looking at me. What's up, aye? What's up? You want a picture of me? Hey, no problem. Give me 10 bob. Alright, so, northwest Shenzhen, fake Greece. This really reminds me of Macau as well. If you know Macau, you know that's fake Paris, fake London, fake Venice as well. Look at this, they've even adorned this lift and overpass with some Pegasuses. Are 2 Pegasuses called Pegasi? If not, they should be. But yeah, look up, it's Europe. Look down, it's China. Look up, it's Europe. Look around, it's definitely China. Nowhere near this many electric bikes in Europe. Nowhere near this many Chinese people or skyscrapers in Europe as well. Although in some places there are quite a few of both. So yeah, this is quite nice. Obviously you'll say it's tacky if you know the real stone and the real bridges of the beautiful Western world, but it's not bad. It's not too bad. And I'll give credit again to China. The streets are almost always clean, and they have nice separated areas in the roads. This one's fairly boring, but some nice little flowers and stuff. Quite often it's a bitch to cross the road, because here they've got the bridge, which is nice, but sometimes these barriers go on for miles and there's no bloody way of crossing. You just got to go to the end. So yeah, this is probably not going to fool you into thinking that you're actually in Europe. But for the Chinese people, they love all this kitschy stuff. They can pretend, at least for a few minutes, that they're in the beautiful Western world. So China is frequently very, very discombobulating. You got statues of all the Apollo-esque gods. You've got newlyweds trying to take some romantic shots, but a kid is just disrespecting their right to privacy by messing around in front of them. You've got some unbuilt skyscrapers, you've got some old skyscrapers, you've got some old low-rises. You've got the ubiquitous eyes playing their shit music constantly. You can never get away from these lot. And sadly, right now, you've got a bit of rain in the clouds. Well, falling from the clouds, even worse. But yeah, this is just weird, man. This is just weird. This is not the window of the world, by the way, which is a pretty well-known tourist attraction in Shenzhen, where they also control CV Europe. This is miles from there. We be miles away. Quite a few miles north of the airport. That's how far we be. Although Shenzhen airport is still pretty damn urban. It's not like a lot of other cities where the airport is really far away, suburban or outskirts or whatever. It's still surrounded by skyscrapers. So, well done, 20 Pilot landing in Shenzhen. And a few other Chinese places. But yeah, this is just weird, man. This is just weird. I've been to real Europe. And it's definitely an imperceptible feeling. If you Photoshop out, bloop, 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 just remove all the Asian faces and all the Asian buildings in the background and just remove everything and only leave the bronze statues in the foreground. Well, maybe you wouldn't know from a picture, but from walking around, you just know this isn't real. I've been to real Athens, real Rome, real... fall down. I've been to real Paris. I've been to everywhere in real Europe, pretty much. A lot of old, nice grand squares like this in Bucharest as well. But you just know this ain't real. There's just a... yeah, kind of invisible feeling. Like, they've done it well. This is a pretty good copy. Don't know what it's constructed of, probably not real bronze or whatever, but, you know, it's not bad. I think you'd have to agree with me, right? It's not bad. It's fairly tasteful. It's fairly well done for China. But if you're white and you're walking around here, you're just going to be a little bit nonplussed. As I am. Not a complete surprise. I did have this bookmarked on my list of Shenzhen sites to sight, so I did make a purposeful beeline for here. Nonetheless, it's a bit discombobulatory. There's a barefoot kid. Can't even afford shoes. That's how bad China's economy is. What else can I see around here? Probably not much. But it's weird. China's just weird, man. China be weird as hell. You've got I don't know, English? To me, that seems like an English clock tower style in the middle. You've got a random hollow boat. I don't know if they've not finished that, but that seems like it's meant to be a boat statue in the middle of the square. This is a really big square. You don't normally get big squares in China. I guess because of something that didn't happen in Tiananmen a while ago. Wink fucking wink. They don't really have big squares anymore. I guess they don't want people congregating en masse. But this is a rare example of a big square in China. Especially rare in Shenzhen. You almost never get one. There's a big one right in the geographical center. Ni hao. Saying hello to little girls. That's what you got to do. They instigated it. I'm not being a pedo, all right? They instigated it. Trust me, they instigated it. But anyway, there's a big square in the middle of Shenzhen. I don't know what the square's called, actually. Civic Center Square, Civic Center Plaza. But anyway, if you know Shenzhen, you know Civic Center. But a really, really, really big European-style plaza like this is very rare in Shenzhen. Pretty rare in general in China. There's a couple in Beijing and Xi'an and the old places, because obviously they're old. But here in Shenzhen, it is exceptionally rare. Anything else to say? Clouds seem to be moving away. That's pretty good. I do have a brolly, so I'm not too sad if it rains. But the problem in Shenzhen is when the rain comes, yes, you're temporarily happy because the temperature drops a little bit. However, the humidity, stickiness, and sweat factor only multiplies enormously. If you can't tell from the weather, well, there's no way you could tell from the weather, but Shenzhen is almost always hot and humid. I know, you shouldn't complain. When you're in Northern Europe, you complain it's too cold. When you're in Southern China, you complain it's too hot. What are you gonna do? People complain. So yeah, goodbye from fake Europe.